That should do it. Hello friends, my name is Cassie and it feels like forever since I have filmed a video. I just got my roots re-dyed, so I'm looking a little bit blonde today, maybe a little bit like a ghost. My hair is different, that's what I'm saying. If you are following my vlog channel or if you've been watching my last couple of videos, you will know that I have been in New York for the past 2 weeks and it was an amazing experience, and that's what this video is actually all about. I went to New York for the AMDA Summer Conservatory, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what AMDA stands for. Anyways, I was at this basically summer camp for 2 weeks in New York City, and I felt like it would be a good idea to do sort of a pro-con list for you all, so that if there is anyone subscribed to me or not subscribed to me, which if you are not subscribed, you should subscribe, pretty easy, and you get to see my face a lot. Moving on from the self-promotion! Today I am just going to be going over the pros and cons of the program so you can get a perspective from someone who actually went through it. And I also text my group chat for all my NYC bays. Hello everyone who I love. Acting for stage, petty. Yeah, I'm petty. Break it down now. You know what to do. I'm the third E. What was I saying? Oh yes, I'm just gonna be breaking it down. I got my friends to tell me what they wanted me to mention in this video, so I think I'm gonna do all the cons first, and then I'll end with the pros. I'll end on a happy note. The con list is shorter than the pros list. I'm gonna stop talking. This is a terribly long intro. Let's go. Cons. Now, the first con for me, and for many of my friends, like this is the first thing that anyone mentioned, was the food. Now listen here. I had a sandwich for almost every single lunch. That was it. Salad or sandwich. That was the only option. Oh, my battery's gonna die. This sucks. I'm back. Hopefully little to nothing changed. As I was saying, the food was subpar at best. It was not very great. It was not very delicious. There were some moments where it was good, but to be honest, I had a lot of Easy Mac while I was there. A lot of mac and cheese. For once in my life, I'm gonna fight for the vegans of the world and say there were little to no vegan options, even vegetarian options. There were just not a lot of options for the people who eat things other than everything. And I eat everything. I eat meat, I eat dairy, I do not discriminate against food. But I wasn't very pleased either. So I would love to read this quote from my friend Hope. She said, "Hi, hello, yes, I ate 90% Clif Bars for 2 weeks." Next up, the organization. Now, I will say this might have just been because I was in session 1, so this was the first time this year that they had done this camp, but still, the schedules that we got were very unclear, and the times that there were different schedules, they never like really informed us, so there were times where we could sleep in, but not all the counselors were aware of that, so there was just a lot of miscommunication, and what they should have done was like sit everyone down right before you go to bed and say, okay, here's the blow-by-blow of tomorrow. That would have cleared up so many issues, so many confusions. I would have gotten more sleep and everyone would have been on the same page, but no, that did not happen. The organization was poo. And along with the organization comes the balance of free time and classes. So let me get my folder and I can show you a typical day schedule. You can pause it or look at it or do with it what you will, but basically our schedules were very full. And granted, it is an intensive, I will say. I was prepared to be doing a lot of theater, yo. I was prepared not to have a lot of time. But the thing was, our bed checks where they would come and knock on our door were at 10:30 at night and 7:30 in the morning. But there were some nights where they never came and knocked on our doors. So I was waiting to go to sleep. I was waiting for that knock. But come 11:30 or 12, no knock had come, and I was still awake waiting for it. Also, sometimes it didn't come, and some of my friends who were relying on the knock as their wake-up call did not wake up. Now, I will say you should have set an alarm, but still, if they're relying on it and they said, we're gonna knock on your door at 7:30, they should have knocked. Anyways, back to the balance of free time. There was no free time. We had a lot of lines to memorize, and there was a lot of work expected of us. No time to do it. I literally would eat lunch super fast so I could go up to my room and have 45 minutes to memorize my lines. That's not a lot of time. It was all okay in the end, but it made for a very stressful little bit leading up to our performances and monologue classes, etc. etc. Next is a little bit of a frivolous complaint, but one thing I was a little bit disappointed about was that I didn't really get to see a lot of New York. And again, I was there for a theater intensive and I learned a lot of theater, and that was what I went there for. But at the same time, I was there for 2 weeks and we walked on the same 10 blocks 95% of the time. I do wish that I got to see a little bit more of the city, but I will say the activities that we did do were very fun, and I just wish I could have seen more of the beautiful Big Apple, but I guess that just means I have to go back, right? My next complaint is this shirt. Every time we went on a field trip, which granted was only 2 times, we had to wear these shirts. And you know, when you're finally getting to break out into the world, when you get to go to Central Park, when you get to go on a tour of Broadway, do you want to have your New York memory photos in these bright green shirts? No, you do not. I do not. I don't want to be advertising AMDA in my poetic post about this New York skyline. That's not what I want. I want to be able to wear the few cute clothes that I brought. That's that for you. A small detail with that. Shirt discrimination. The girls and guys got separate shirts. Not all of them were separate, but the girls got this pink one, but the guys got a maroon shirt. What if I wanted a maroon shirt? And also the guys got a tank top version of this shirt. What if I wanted a tank top? I didn't know there was gonna be a difference. I would have ordered the male version. That was kind of like a feminist thing. It's not that big of a deal. It was just something that I figured I would add in because, I don't know. Anyways, and I only have one other con, but it kind of goes with one of the pros, so I'm going to mention it later. So, on to the happy times, the good things about this program, because there were a lot of good things. First off, one of the big pros, and this is something that all my friends wanted me to mention, was the teachers. Our main acting for stage teacher was Robert Manning Jr., and he's just fantastic. You can look him up on IMDb, and if you're someone who is a casting agent, you should hire him because he's very kind, he's very good to work with, he's very, very funny, and he's just amazing. We made a Twitter called Things Rob, and it's just Rob Things, and we have like a bunch of cute little tweets. Anyways, go check that out. Our monologue teacher, Laura Pruden, and our improv teacher, Michael Hochschild. They were all fantastic teachers, and they taught us a lot, and we all loved them. Next up, as I mentioned before, the activities that we did get to do in New York were very fun. On the 4th of July, we had like an ice cream social, and though I would have liked to see fireworks on the 4th of July, we got like catered Ben & Jerry's, and it was a good time. It was the second night, so everyone was kind of awkward, but that's when my friends and I, you know, gathered together and started to unite as a united front of acting for stage. We also got to go on a Broadway walking tour. We got to go see Chicago on Broadway, and we got to go to Central Park. So all those things were fun. I vlogged all the exciting things that we did, so again, make sure you check out my vlog channel. 3 of them should already be up by the time this video goes up. Next up are counselors, specifically the acting for stage counselors, but all of them really. There was a beautiful counselor named Morgan, and I kind of hope she doesn't watch this, but I also kind of hope she does because I'm just in love with her. She's beautiful. She wasn't our counselor, but I just admired her from afar. Anyways, we had 2 counselors, Olivia Washington and Denisha Watts. We called her Mama. They were both wonderful people. We had our Mama. Olivia was like our cool older sister, and they were just fantastic, and they always rooted for us, and when we complained, they complained, and we got what we wanted, and it was a united front. Again, the united front. It was a great time. Next up, I would like to read a quote from my friend Cassie Klein. It was informative and entertaining to meet new people. Although read that in like a Chicago accent. Yes, I agree. It was informative. We learned a lot, and I met so many wonderful people. We have a group chat, and I love them all dearly, and I can't wait to go visit them all. And even though Rosie is far away in the Czech Republic, there's a 10-hour time difference.
And I'll follow you into the dark.
Actually, I think Alexis might be the only one in my time zone. Anyways, moving on. One thing that I considered a bonus was that I had a roommate. First of all, some people didn't have roommates, which I would be sad if I didn't have a roommate. Sorry, people who didn't have roommates. I'm sure you're okay. I thought it was really cool that they actually paired all the roommate pairings with someone who was outside of your program. So my roommate Caitlin, who is wonderful, I love her. Oh my gosh, Hawk. I hope she watches this. My roommate Caitlin was in the musical theater program, and it was so fun hearing about her adventures and what she would do during the day, and then I would tell her about my teacher and what I did, and I just thought it was really cool getting to, you know, hear the experience through another program's perspective. Plus, we had a ton of things in common, even though we're not, you know, in the same program. One pro that I have that is also linked with a con was that my group actually got to see some of the other groups' final performances. The contemporary vocalists, hands down, one of the best vocal performances I have ever seen, especially students. Wow. I had chills. But one con about that was that no groups came to see our final performance. What the heck? I was so mad. We were told that we were required to go to those ones, which I'm glad that I did. Why was no one required to come to ours? What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. Also, I will show you my beautiful lanyard that I wore every day. Also, they misspelled my last name. This was taken when I hadn't slept for easily over 28 hours. My hair was puffy. I'd just gotten off the airplane. It's not cute. And I was wearing this neon shirt because this is what we had to wear when they picked us up at the airport. Ah! That is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully it wasn't too terribly long. My thing is saying that the clip is 14 minutes. Hopefully I can edit it down because I talk a lot. We all know that. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my New York vlogs because I love looking back on them. They make me so happy, and reliving the memories totally reminds me why I started YouTube. I love making other people happy, and I love making myself happy. More videos about happiness, habits, cleaning, organizing, all that type of stuff will be coming soon. But in the meantime, check out my vlogs, check out my other content on this channel, check out my happiness blog, do all the things. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Also, if you have any questions about this program, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will reply to it. Overall, I would recommend this program to other people. Just make sure you're not planning on a high quality of living, like other than the fact that you're in New York City. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye!